Hi everyone. So I hope we're all doing well. Today we have a very fun activity and it includes one of my favorite books. So this book is called The Gruffalo. And The Gruffalo is full of a lot of special words, and these words sound almost the same. And these are called rhyming words. So we are going to talk about rhyming words today. Does anybody know what rhyming words are? Okay, I see a few of you know. Some of us are familiar and some of us are still a little bit not sure, but that's okay because that's what this lesson is for. We're going to go for a nice little walk in the Gruffalo's rhyming forest. So, what's a rhyme anyway? Have you ever heard of two words that sound the same? So, The Gruffalo is a book that is full of rhyming words just like those. A rhyme is when two words sound the same at the end. Rhyming words are kind of like twins. They match, but at the end. So, let's look at a couple of examples. Fox, box. Do we see how that sounds kind of the same? Let's try another one. Snake and cake. Do you hear the rhyme? Awesome, I hear the rhyme too. So now it's my turn to rhyme. So I want you to watch me, okay? I'm going to say a couple of sentences and I want you to listen closely for the rhyming words that I say. Let's try the first one. A mouse took a stroll through the deep, dark wood. A fox saw the mouse and the mouse looked good. Let's try one more time, okay? A mouse took a stroll through the deep, dark wood. A fox saw the mouse and the mouse looked good. Do you hear the rhyming words? Good job, friends. Wood rhymes with good. Do you see how they look the same and they sound the same? Good job. So now I want you to help me, okay? I need some help here. I'm going to say a couple of sentences, but I want you to try to finish the rhyme for me, okay? Let's try the first one. I see a fox with a shiny ring. Or I see a fox with a shiny box. Good job, friends. I think box is the right fit for this one. Fox and box. Let's try one more. A big fat snake near the blue truck. A big fat snake near the blue truck. Or a big fat snake near the blue lake. Which one sounds like they rhyme? Good job. A big fat snake near the blue lake. Okay, friends, rhyme challenge time. Now it's time for you to try. So I want you to talk with your partner and finish these sentences. Come up with the best rhyme that you can think of. Mouse rhymes with... Okay, I see a lot of us are thinking and talking to our friends. Mouse rhymes with, what do you think? House, that's a great one. Mouse rhymes with house. Okay, now try this one. Turn to your friends. Claws rhymes with, ooh, I hear some really good ideas here. Claws rhymes with, what do we think over here? Jaws. I love it. Claws, jaws. That sounds great. Let's try one more. This one is a little bit of a challenge, but I want you to be as creative as you can be, okay? Gruffalo rhymes with... Who said buffalo? That is an amazing answer. Oh, I hear another one. Muffalo. I love it. I love it. We're being creative with our rhyming words. Gruffalo rhymes with buffalo and muffalo. Amazing. All right, you guys have been doing so good throughout this entire lesson. Now it's time to put on our thinking caps and really think like an author, okay? Remember, an author is the person who writes the story. So, why do you think the author used rhymes in the Gruffalo? What do we think? To be funny, maybe? That's a nice answer. Very nice. Can you make your own rhyming sentence? Can we try that as a little challenge? Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we go ahead and think, what is a rhyme maybe that the author can use? It can be any type of rhyme. Let's do that. Let's put on our thinking caps. Let's take a second and really think about a rhyme. Alrighty, friends, now that our lesson is over, let's wrap this up. Let's talk about what we learned today. We have discussed amazing things today. We talked about how a rhyme is when two words sound the same. Good job. What else did we listen for? We listened to the rhymes. What is the story called? The Gruffalo. Good listening ears. Ooh, that scared me. Alrighty, what else did we do? We also made our own rhyming words, guys, right? So go ahead and tell your friend your favorite rhyme for today. And if you thought about that sentence, go ahead and share your rhyming sentence, okay? Good job. Hi, my name is Daniela, and this is my presentation for the MicroTeach portfolio. So this was my lesson, and I'm going to break down all of the standards and support that I have used. So for the Florida standard, I used the ELA K.F.1.3, which is recognizing and producing rhyming words. The reason why I went with this one is because personally for me, when it comes to books, I love books with rhyming words. I think it's fun. I think the children get excited. They love to finish the rhymes, and it really engages the child. It gives them a chance to participate. There's so many ways to go about a rhyming book, and that's why I chose it. So the learning style is mainly auditory, listening, and verbal practice. So they're listening to me rhyme, and then they are taking a turn to rhyme themselves. The stimulus variation that I used was change in my speech patterns. The reason why I chose this one is because personally I think it is the best way to emphasize rhyming words. Personally for me, so that's why I chose it. And it's something that I usually always do when I am reading a book that does incorporate rhyming words or include rhyming words. I love to change the way, slow it down a little bit and really put emphasis on those two last words. So the accommodations that I use for ELL, I used visuals. So for English language learners, I used visuals and modeled responses. So I did have visuals when it came to a couple of the slides. For example, snake and cake. There was a picture of a snake as well as a picture of a cake, so that they're able to recognize the word by using the picture. And then ESE, I had sentence frames where they had to finish the rhyme or finish the sentence with the rhyme, and also included partner support. So they were doing it independently, but independently with support with a partner, as opposed to just doing it completely by themselves. So yeah, the hardest part I feel probably would be maybe the ESE. I think that one was a little bit tough. I think when it came to the visuals and putting like modeling things, I think that was easy. But when it came to the accommodations for ESE, I think that was a little bit hard. So I actually did have to do a little bit of research and kind of think of or get ideas on how I can, use different support or different ideas on how to support. So yes, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed. I personally had a really fun time with this. I love the Gruffalo. I actually have the Gruffalo book, and it's definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, thank you.